the other thing I want to talk about is comprehensive credit reporting. We're noticing this has been around in the Privacy Act since about 2014. The Privacy Act changed to allow the banks to report on more information. Do you guys just hand these around for me? There's a couple per row. There's about 20 there. So, and I'll hand out an example of a credit file for you, because some of you may not have seen a credit file before. But the changes on the credit file now, and the reason we're talking about it now is because the government was going to mandate it from July this year, and we've already seen some of the banks start to report. So you'll see on that report that NAB are now starting to report on credit cards and personal loans, the account open date and close date, the type of credit, the credit limit, and most importantly, under what they used to call a negative reporting, it was only reported if you were 90 days late. But now where the repayments are 14 days late, and it'll show your last 2 years' history on all your credit facilities. So all your credit cards and personal loans and mortgages and so forth. So CBA have come out and said they will be reporting all of this by the end of the year on all their mortgage products. So big changes are coming in this credit reporting space. So if you look on the one that I handed out, that client has a score of 707. So basically anything in the green is a good score. They have one credit default. Can anyone see who the credit default is with on that file? So it's with a telco company. And you can see how many credit inquiries they've made. So we've always been able to see when you apply for credit. There goes a mark on your credit file every time you make an application. But we've never been able to see, your credit limits or if you actually proceeded with it. So this isn't new. This is something that has been going in America and New Zealand and UK for a number of years, but Australia is one of the last sort of countries to get on board with this. So what does it mean for you as investors? Because obviously your ability to borrow money is really, really important. So things that you don't necessarily need to have a direct debit or regular payment on your credit card. And we're mortgage brokers, we see what you guys do, and we know that people don't make their credit card repayments on time every month, right? We see it day in, day out when we get their statements. So you need to set up direct debits or regular payments on your credit cards. You can get your credit score and your credit report if you want to see what's on it at mycreditfile.com.au. You can also monitor your credit alerts. So for about $80 a year, every time that there's a change on your credit file, and Glenn gave a good example last night where he was saying that he showed up as a directorship and that went on his credit file, and it wasn't him that opened the company. So it's good to have that monitor on your credit alert. So if something does change, you can get it, you can get it fixed quickly. Is there any questions about that credit reporting or before we move on?
If you have a look at the NAB one, where it has numerals on the credit card, it will actually tell you how many days late you are on your credit card repayments. I'm not sure what the letters mean at this point, but the numbers will actually be stated to how many days late you are.
Yeah, so, and it'll give you a 14-day grace period. So as long as you make the credit card repayment within the 14 days, it won't report it, but anything above 14 days, it will report. And a point to make, it's only lenders, so it's not going to be your bills, it's not going to be your telco companies. They can't report on the 14 days late. It's just going to be the credit providers. So people you've got credit cards and loans with is the main people who will be able to report. So this is coming. NAB has been the first to go, February. I think Westpac's going in April. CBA said they'll have all their home loan data on by the end of the year. But just be aware of it now and start making repayments now, because there's going to be a 2-year history and it's going to go backwards from once all the data's on there.